Hi, I'm Mark McKillier with liveanabolic.com, and in this video, I'm going to give you 5 great tips on how to get a smaller waist. And guys, you're going to love tip number 5 because it is a particularly clever way of making your waist smaller, and I guarantee you, none of you guys have ever even thought about this before. All right, tip number 1, guys, revolves around carb cycling. Now, guys, there's several different ways to do this, but I want you to make sure that when you carb cycle, i.e. you have a low carb day, make sure you do it on one of your quote unquote easy days. So you need to time your carb cycling with your daily caloric expenditure. So if you're planning on doing some really cool, tough workouts, or if you're planning on doing a lot of high intensity cardio, don't make that a low carb day. Save your low carb days for days when you're not going to be doing a lot of exercise. All right, guys, I want you to understand that carb cycling is not a low carb diet. Completely different thing. So I don't want you always worried about counting your carbohydrates. You only need to worry about that on your low carb days. And be sure and have an occasional refeed days. So after you've done maybe a couple of low carb days during the week, have just kind of a normal refeed day. And make sure you do that on a day where you're really going to be working out, putting in a lot of extra effort, burning more calories than you normally would. And guys, carb cycling is a really great and easy way to eat at a caloric deficit. Guys, instead of having to count calories every day and paying attention to exactly what you put in your mouth, if you're eating far fewer carbs than you normally would, you're going to automatically cut a ton of calories out of your diet for that day, and that will almost always put you at a caloric deficit. Okay, guys, tip number 2 is really easy and straightforward, and you need to focus on getting more fiber into your diet. Most guys only eat about half of the recommended daily amount of fiber. I mean, you're supposed to take in about 30 to 40 grams of fiber every single day. And lots of studies say that most men only get about 15 to 18 grams of fiber. That's not nearly enough, guys. All right, and it's really simple because just look on the nutritional label of the foods you eat. It tells you exactly how many grams of fiber are in each serving. So just add it up. And then also, guys, when you eat more fiber, it has several great benefits for you. First of all, it reduces your bad cholesterol and blood sugar levels. So when your blood sugar gets too high, your body starts producing a lot of insulin. Really bad, guys. We don't want that. All right, and then of course when that happens, then you get really, tired and worn out. You feel sluggish, and that's that post-sugar. You get that sugar high, and then you have a big crash and burn about an hour after you get a lot of sugar. Well, that's when your blood sugar gets too high. You start producing too much insulin, and then your body crashes and burns. Okay. And then another thing that we get from eating more fiber is it's so good for our bowel and digestive health. Guys, you're going to love the feeling when you start eating a lot of vegetables and fruits and other things like that have a lot of fiber in them. It's going to put a smile on your face, I promise. And then finally, when you eat fiber, it makes you feel full. Just naturally, it reduces your hunger cravings. So it's a great way to easily cut back on the amount of food that you take in every day. All right, guys, tip number 3 is all about the way we do our cardio. So I want you guys to avoid doing those long, boring, steady state cardio sessions and instead do some anabolic cardio. And I've talked about this in lots of other videos. But guys, anabolic cardio is so much better for you. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. First of all, it increases your testosterone level versus decreasing your testosterone like those long, boring, steady state cardio sessions do. So that's, really important, guys. And then another thing is, quite obviously, it's just much more time efficient because instead of spending 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, some of you guys spend even longer than that on these long cardio sessions, especially if you get on a bicycle or something. You just go and go and go. Well, anabolic cardio is really short and intense, and most of the time we can get it done in 12 to 15 minutes. It's really time efficient. And then finally, anabolic cardio creates something called EPOC, E-P-O-C, and that stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. It's hard for me to even remember that, guys. Just think afterburn. It's the afterburn effect, which means that it raises our metabolism, not just while we're doing the cardio, but even after we stop. So it raises our resting metabolic rate for hours and hours, long after we've quit exercising. Matter of fact, some studies show that it can actually do it for up to 48 hours, which is really cool. And that's what we want, because the higher our metabolic rate is, the more calories we're going to burn. Simple as that. All right, guys. Well, we're almost to tip number 5, which I have to admit is my favorite and definitely the most creative way of making our waist smaller. But first, we got to talk about tip number 4. Guys, a little bit about intermittent fasting. There's several ways to do it. Today, I want to just talk about 24-hour fast, and it's real straightforward, guys. You just don't eat any food with calories for an entire day, 24-hour period. Now, guys, you have to make sure that when you do this, you get plenty of water. Matter of fact, there's tons of studies that show that just by drinking a lot of water, matter of fact, about a gallon a day, actually improves your body's metabolic rate, makes your muscles much more efficient, and you actually burn fat when you drink a lot of water. And of course, drinking lots of water makes you feel full and satiated, so it makes that intermittent fast, that 24-hour fast, much easier to accomplish. So try doing a 24-hour fast. Matter of fact, if you want to really speed up your results, try doing it twice a week. Now, don't do it very often, no more than twice a week, okay? And then make sure when you're doing this fast, don't do it on a workout day. So do it on one of your rest days, all right? And then the other thing is, if you are going to do 2 24-hour fasts in 1 week, don't do them on consecutive days. Give at least a couple of days in between, refeed your body, and then do the next intermittent fast. All right, finally to tip number 5, which, guys, is easily my favorite, and it really has nothing to do with nutrition or the way you eat or the way you do cardio or anything like that. So why is tip number 5 my favorite and so clever? It's because it's all about illusion. Guys, having a smaller waist is relative, okay? If you have really big, wide shoulders and a big back, it's gonna automatically make your waist look smaller. It's all about proportions, guys. So this is one of the reasons why these crazy bodybuilders that are doing these massive amount of steroids, okay? If you ever watch one of these pro bodybuilding contests, and trust me, you don't need to, they all shave their head. They all go up on stage bald headed. Well, why do all these bodybuilders shave their head? Well, proportion, guys. It's about illusion. So if you don't have a big head of hair, if you're bald, it makes your head smaller, which makes the rest of your body look bigger. Remember, it's all relative to one another. All right? So, guys, if you want to make your waist look smaller and give yourself that really cool, good-looking athletic V shape, you need to really focus on your shoulders and your back exercises. All right? Those are the 2 muscle groups that make us look wide up top. Now, guys, a big chest looks cool when you take your shirt off, but when you have your shirt on, I don't know, can you tell if I have a big chest or not? Not really. Big arms are cool, all right? You can see arms when you're wearing short sleeves, okay? But big arms don't make your waist look small. So it's all about your shoulders and your back being really defined and really big and muscular that are gonna give you a much smaller waist. All right, guys, there are a ton of things we can do, especially as we get older, over the age of 50, to shrink our waist. Guys, we are not just all doomed to being old and fat as we get older, promise. You need to trust me on this. I just gave you 5 really good tips. You need to carb cycle, all right? Please, guys, eat more fiber. That's the easiest of everything I've been talking about today. Try some anabolic cardio instead of that slow, boring, steady state cardio. Do some intermittent fasting. Try the 24-hour fast, guys. See if that's something that your body really responds to. And finally, my favorite tip, build big, strong shoulders and a big, wide back. It's gonna fool everybody into thinking you have a tiny little waist. All right, hope you liked this video, and check out all these other videos over here. I got a ton of other fantastic information for you guys. And as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with some of your friends, and post some comments below. And guys, Finally, please, you have to always stick with it and never give up on yourself.